This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit http://ddlc.moe/warning.html. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Freaking Zenyatta greeted me in the beginning of the video. What's up guys, MJ205 Gunner here. Welcome back to some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Now I did say I will continue the save before I completely unzip another copy of the game. And at this time I have milk as my refreshment, so yeah, anyways, I'm gonna, get back to you guys when I finish this poem. Right, poem done. And surprisingly, I'm recording at a reasonable time. 11:35 AM on Boxing Day. Great. Hi again, Barbatos. Glad to see you didn't run away again. Well, nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. What happened to your face, Yuri? And I feel like the music is kind of quick. It's quicker than usual. Yep, the music is definitely quicker. Thanks for keeping your promise, Barbatos. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Natsuki glitched there. Now the music returned to its normal pace. And I feel like the classroom has been slanted, I don't know why. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged to here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Excuse me, I need to see the history because you're in the way. Was that just my game? Or is it just... No, the music is sped back up. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Yeah, manga's literature. I'm gonna skip through the text we've seen already. Sorry, Barbatos. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Oh. The music speeds up and slows down in different intervals. Because the game is kind of broken without Sayori. If you guys have already forgotten about her. I didn't. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. It didn't respond immediately. Or was that just my eyes playing tricks on me? I don't know. Everything in this game is bonkers until I unzip another copy. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Yep. I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, and yeah, everything is slanted because the world is tipsy-topsy and I'm apparently drunk from milk. Nah, I should help get you started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Well, I believe we have read through this. Enthusiastic take the book? Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now, everything's back to normal. So the classroom is definitely slanted. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to give some security. Yep, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Your face is already reading the book, blah blah blah. I'm really curious to talk. Yeah, the first turning point of this game is when you're writing your first poem. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I will feel bad if we're distracted from reading. I'm sorry if I'm reading so quickly because I'm under a time limit. Because, well, I have stuff to do after this, and I do not want to make two separate videos, two separate pieces of footage for the same video. I catch a glimpse over the cover of the book. It looks like the same position to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed that in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I looked at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit too much of a spoiler. But anyways, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Barbatos? No, it's not that. I'm a satanic being and all. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reluctant on the outside, reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we are all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... the messed up font is starting to appear. So yours probably start to appear any moment now. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly blank. What does that translate into? That doesn't even appear in the history. That's probably some like coding that appears on Notepad when you drag the character file onto Notepad. I really need like an expert to translate that, if you guys can catch it. Well, probably I can just crop the screen out, I don't know. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really think you don't need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, That's... well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, Yuri glitched. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retreat. Who said that? Because I am so scared of doing the wrong voices for people. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Can't I skip it? Oh, yeah, because I'm starting Yuri's path right now. So this kind of proves my point. The first poem you write actually affects who you go with. And that is the crucial point that you should save your game in order to get the best ending. Well, apparently this is called Act 2. So, I don't know what Act 3 is. I know that Act 4 is when Monica decides to bring everyone back. So yeah, Yuri is in the corner of my eye. So I think I should go through all the acts in this run before I go start and messing about to get the best ending ever. I realized that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the what? I was just bathing in the what? In the warmth of your body? What? I don't know. Well, I really don't know. I can catch it. Like seriously, my eye. No, nothing like that. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, do you? Don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. Ah, I guess this kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. And yet these are apparently called cutscenes. So, apparently to achieve the best ending, I had to see all the cutscenes before Sayori's suicide. So that means I have to save scum the entire... I'm a save scum. I need to be a save scum. Which I am already, but I really don't know what to do. But anyways, this is the fresh run. I don't want to complain too much, so yeah, let's get on with it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book open between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth with Yuri's face and her iris. And she is in the corner of my vision. That's an Overwatch like joke if you don't get it. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. And as I'm about to burp, I am gonna ask Yuri something. Hey Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what we were talking about? Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breath is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Probably it's the puppet master pulling the strings again. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the room. What on earth was that about? Barbatos? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. I don't believe that you didn't do anything to her, Monica. You puppet master. You just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Oh, Yuri's not here. Let me check my character files. Oh, she's still here in my files. Let's just start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting effort. Putting it effort. Hi, Barbatos. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I am much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Barbatos. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past soon. And unfortunately, I think I may need to cut it off here for now. Because, well, I need to leave at 12 for stuff and things. So, I guess I'll be back when the activity is over and when I can get my privacy that I so deserve when playing this game. I'll be back.
6 hours later.
Right, I'm back after 6 hours. The time card there is literal, guys, don't take it as a joke. Although, yeah, I overused the SpongeBob time card joke. Anyways, but it's that sort of barrier we all need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Yeah, I'm freaking tired, man. Well, even by an activity, I was tired as all heck. Because, well, where I left to my mom's friend's house. Yeah, literally a house. I live in an apartment. But yeah, houses still are common in Hong Kong. Anyways, we went there to have lunch, and then we sat there for like entire 4 to 5 hours. While the kids are playing Monopoly, the adults are talking about random stuff. I was just sitting on the sofa, just watching Gundam. I was bored as all hell, but anyways, now I'm back. Finally, I get to get my spirits up. Anyways, I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It is easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it'll always count when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that is a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends too much time in her own head. That's probably much of a more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you need. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Yeah, still the same stuff. Still the same poem and stuff, so I'm gonna skip this section. Oh, I can skip it over here right now. I should hand it to Yuri next. Well, I should keep track of the hotbar because whenever the skip sign shows up, I can actually skip. And yeah, I do not need to like destroy my keyboard just to get through what I haven't seen. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. That's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Still suffering from the same drawbacks from recording in the living room. Anyways, she traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that usually not bolded up. It is bolded. Okay. Eh? It's nothing really. What did she say beforehand? Right. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Barbatos. Ah. Me too. Okay, Natsuki next. And I bet the game is gonna glitch out. Barbatos, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer, for God's sakes. Maybe it's not good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Shocked. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think you're stupid. Still the same. And let's skip this entire thing. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. The music is not in tune. The first few notes are not in tune. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess this is what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly okay, still the same. They're reading tandem, furrow and frustration. Just really smile sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? You just completely missed the symbol. Okay, I'm not gonna act it out. Because it is something I've done in Act 1. Oh. Wait, look at the history. Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. And the game is glitching out. Wow. Static. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Barbatos hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was just standing there. Barbatos, she's just trying to make me look bad. Jeez, the static is gonna give me hallucinations later on. That's not true. She started it. How did I get tried to do what? I'm gonna go with the Yuri. The game is gonna break. The game is breaking. Why Natsuki? Oh, hi, Monica. Hey, Barbatos. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. I never really expected swearing would be involved in this game. Wait a minute, I need to rub my eyes. After the treachery I've seen. It's probably best for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I know you, Puppet Master. I know you're pulling the strings. You rewrote their programming and they're yelling at each other non-stop. Or was that what she was doing from the start and then say you already stopped it? I'd be happy to be spending time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in the desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Barbatos, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. This is not Captain abandoning ship logic, please. I wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Barbatos. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but What was that? The game glitched out and skipped the day. Well, I guess I'm gonna skip this. Oh, I can't. Jeez, the game... Yuri glitched out. Well, I guess I'm gonna be back after I finish the poem with you guys. Oh, wait. These words glitched out. One of the... This I don't know what is this. It is over misfortune. So, the notebook is starting to glitch out as well. Now, I know it isn't like the game bugging out or anything. It is the puppet master pulling the strings. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit comfortable. Yeah, it's the same thing. Welcome back, Barbatos. Ah, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Barbatos, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying just now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I guess you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. I need to turn off the fan for God's sakes. Right, fan is off. Time to get into stable mode. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I am sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid of you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Ah. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of... yeah, it's the same thing. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. If that's so, in that case, I won't let you down, Barbatos. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us has talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Barbatos, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea? Jeez. If my family ever needs to retrieve stuff, I'm not gonna let them. Oh, not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow her and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walked past me and settles the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of a long... What the hell? Okay, man, half of the water pitcher. Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling out the water pitcher to make some tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Oh, the music is muffled. The music is muffled. It's like some EQ work has gone into this. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I started heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach around the corner and peer around it. Yuri? She's cutting herself. We were just put in rewind. Did that delete my history at all? Oh, that's just me. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Barbatos, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle at 200 degrees. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. And I begin burping. I always burp whenever I'm recording, I don't know why. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Barbatos. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I could keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Barbatos, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my... Wow. Hate it. It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that when reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. Yeah, probably she's gonna talk about her. You know that. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it will go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch your chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noted a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I poured the teacup. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Wow. There's actually some flakes just floating around. And yeah, this is probably one of the other portraits, one of the other cutscenes I need to see. So we're kind of normally progressing along Yuri's path until something glitchy happens. I think I'm gonna do it another time, like full Yuri's path, and when I'm trying to pursue the great ending. Yuri opens the book with both her hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time than reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from her book. She simply parched her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively put the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks over me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Barbatos. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. What? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Barbatos. My heart. Are we enclosed in the closet? My heart won't stop pounding, Barbatos. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Barbatos? Yuri suddenly presses my hands against her chest, and it's probably a bad idea to crank up the volume to max. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, that's the hyper-realistic eyes gif. Ha. If there's more breathing, I'm not gonna add to that. It's time to share poems. Can I skip the entire section? Oh yeah. So what's next? I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Huh? Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Barbatos. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Barbatos. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Barbatos? I'm not being weird, right? You are being weird. Probably because your personality has been tampered with by the puppet master. I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? No music. Is this the philosophy about the wheel turning? Like things need to move on, go ahead? This is not a poem at all. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox. You know about gearboxes? Really? And there's stains, there's... Oh, that's just the usual background, I can scroll down. Falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open waters in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that takes 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ships, breathing portals, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayers, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Yeah, probably, like, somehow linked to the philosophy of the wheel turns. But it's kind of creeping me out. And the music didn't resume. Haha. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That's... A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Yuri's been tampered with. Seriously. What did she say? Yeah, just as I thought. Barbatos, come on! I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than you try to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Barbatos? Honestly. I thought of getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. That's such a stupid activity anyways. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just don't really feel like talking right now. Please go away. So, yeah, basically being rejected. Barbatos, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. For example, the mouse button is just being a nuisance on the screen. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kinda dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kinda messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might be even like a sexual thing. But the point is, you kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. Oh, just Monica. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club member. No, you don't know. You can't even solve a simple argument. But anyways, you want me to read my poem? You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. This is a different one. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. I know how to piece it all together. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. This Noisy won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. And oh, I can't piece that together. Of meaningless deleter. Delete who? Wait a minute, who should I delete? An endless poem of meaningless noise. Deleter. And this one doesn't have the stains like Yuri's does. Who should I delete? Oh, this game, it just glitched. It just glitched. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Yeah. Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Would you like to read it? A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. Well, apparently the previous one you have to just stare and wait. Stare at the spot, wait for like 5 to 10 minutes, I believe. I'm not going to waste that amount of time. And it will pop up, I love you. So, that is either Monica talking or Sayori talking. I don't know. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse last night. At night, I was lost, looking for an exit. I just want to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceilings and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of intermediate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sound of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Oh, Sayori, hello. That's my cursor. That's my cursor. The music is muffled. My cursor became Sayori's head, and there's a red bloody hue. What was that? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over. Oh, the Sayori's gone. We have something we need to go over today, so if everybody can come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not that we can put together anything in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. And don't jump scare me. I freaking volume 0. Well, no point in getting scared. I'm gonna hold on to the control stick or the control unit for my headphones just in case I need to dial the volume down to 0. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little bit more lively ever since Barbatos joined the club, and we started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to be complacent? I don't know. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We've already have enough to be considered an official club. More members would just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. That's key. I don't think you're looking at the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that you brought here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival. Even if it's something small, right, Barbatos? Ah. Oh, come on. You can't really take advantage of Barbatos to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? You never talked until Barbatos joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Barbatos isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you really should consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Barbatos wants to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Barbatos, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is this a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't any other place like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Barbatos, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's literally how I feel like in every school day at all. Every single day. Too bad I'm not like bold enough to speak my mind. That's literally how I feel like every day at school. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Oh no. Like, I have to be honest with you guys, I can't sleep after I've done my recording session. I just literally laid on my bed with blank eyes open. I literally can't sleep. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Barbatos? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it is about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of a club as a whole would change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Sorry, I was yawning. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Oh, her eye's bleeding! I never noticed that until now. But I'm gonna get that out of the way. Continue reading. So, if you would like to help Monica out with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Her eye just stopped bleeding. It just stopped. Which means the game's probably gonna glitch out again. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know a few things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Barbatos? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Barbatos before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waits as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Barbatos, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. Now I kind of get the psychology. She's talking. The background is dimming out and static. I would really hate to see you unhappy. And this apparentness really gives me the psychology that she's talking directly to me. Like, even if you've seen a million playthroughs of this game, you wouldn't really get the psychology until you play it yourself. Like, you know, you got spoiled, you know what's gonna happen, you know Sayori's gonna die, you know Yuri's gonna, I don't know. But then, you simply cannot feel the psychology of this game that it's gonna impose to you. When, like, I feel like she's talking to me directly right now. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm kind of responsible for that as president, and that I really do care about you, you know. And the music cut out. I don't like seeing the other girls giving you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and you're being a little bit, you know, Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly got to spend enough time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There's just some things I've been hoping to talk with you about. Things I know only you can understand, so that's why. Wait, not yet. No, stop it. So the game decided her welcome. She overstayed her welcome. Okay, poem time. I'll be right back when something significant happens. Wait. I say that. The page number, look up there. It's a ton of ones over 20. That means the notebook has glitched out. I'm so glad it's not 666. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, she has a freaky face. But yeah, still the piano. Cheery music, yeah. We are gonna have a fun time in the literature club. Well, not. Hi, Barbatos. I've been waiting for you, and I've been waiting for a cutoff point for this episode. So this episode has been a little bit unsettling. It's been very unsettling. So yeah, I guess it is it would be fair to give you guys a break and give myself a break from this episode. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.